again, guys. So I decided that the second guide will be about game modes and a bit about statistics and something like that. There are two types of multiplayer in Retri: ranked and custom. Some people ask if ranked multiplayer is broken, and the answer is no, it's not. It is simply dead. When it was alive long time ago, it was a hardcore experience. It was played mainly by very good players with pre-made teams. And even today you can find out who was playing back then. So statistics in this game are broken for everything except last stand. People have their old statistics, but they don't get new. They don't get wins, losses, anything like that. And even back then, statistics were working in a very strange way. For example, head-to-head stats are not for 1v1 or not even for ranked, these are custom game stats. I didn't play at all 1v1 ranked, and according to my stats I have almost 200 games. And that's because these are my old custom games. On the other hand, 2-on-2 and team battle stats are what they are, so these are ranked game stats. And if somebody has them, it means that he is a very old player and probably good player if he has a lot of them. Free-for-all and team free-for-all are counted together even though they have separate statistics. In addition, it was very easy to cheat statistics. If somebody left the game, it wasn't counted as a win or lose or anything at all. That's how some people made 300 wins to 10 losses. So now custom games are your only choice. There are in total 4 game modes: victory point control, annihilation, free for all and free for all teams. VP control is all about victory points. There are always 3 of them and they look like huge antennas or radars. They are marked with stars on the map. If you have more victory points than your enemy, you reduce his point pool. 1 point every 3 seconds per victory point. So for example, if you have all 3 points, it means your enemy loses 3 points every 3 seconds. It melts points very quickly, so be careful with that. Victory points on the map can be placed in 2 different ways. One close to each base and one in the middle, or all 3 in the middle. Victory point control is probably the most popular game mode in Retribution. It's the most interesting one because not always the stronger team will win. And now I will tell you a little bit about the game setup options, because they are pretty much the same for all game modes. Firstly, you choose the map, and there are 2 map pools in this game. One for VP control and annihilation, and one for both free-for-all game modes. For all game modes except annihilation, you choose the number of tickets. If it's low, it means you have to play strong tier 1 game. If it's high, it will be probably tier 3 game. Starting location can be fixed or random, and it defines if you can predict where your base will be. I love when people want to change positions in team because they want to play mid and the starting location is random, so good luck with that. Last but not least, starting resources, which can be standard or high. With standard resources you get 500 requisition points at the beginning of your game, and no power at all. With high resources you get 10,000 points of energy and requisition. Therefore these games are very intense and brutal. Annihilation is the only game mode without points. Your only objective is to destroy enemy's base. Instead of victory points, you have to focus on resource points. The main problem I have with this game mode is how long it takes, because you have to completely destroy your enemy, and with even teams it is very hard. Plus, some people will fight till the end, so even though you have the whole map and it's only a matter of time, you have to add 10 more minutes because somebody wants to fight till the end. Both VP Control and Annihilation can be played in 1v1, 2v2 or 3v3. Free for All is basically VP Control with 8 players. There is one victory point close to each player and one or more in the middle. First player who gets right number of points wins. It is probably the least popular game mode because it is very unfair or chaotic. Sometimes you get base rushed, sometimes you get 2v1. Even best players can't win if they are attacked from every possible side. Team Free for All is pretty much the same but with 3 teams, 2 players each. It is more interesting because you combine 2 armies and of course you can count on help. As for the number of players in all these game modes, you can do whatever you want. For example, you can play Free for All with only 3 players, or you can play Victory Point Control with 5 players. You can mix players with bots, but bots in this game are very bad. They spread their armies and only capture different points. I will end this guide with army level. Each race has 60 army levels. You level up with experience earned after each battle. For initial levels you require 1000 experience, and this amount will double each 10 levels, with one exception. For some levels, but not all of them, you get rewards in the form of new weapons and armor visuals. These are pretty much skins without any gameplay effect. Each faction has a different number of them and they look in very different ways. Sometimes in battle you can easily say if your enemy has low or high army level. Some of the skins are simply very easy to spot. It doesn't mean very much though, because you can simply farm experience. There is one very easy way to do that. If you win a normal game, you get somewhere around 1000 experience from it. It depends how many units did you kill. If you win a very good game in Free for All, you get 2000 experience. You don't get XP at all if you play only with bots. You need at least one more human player to get anything. So if you want to get a lot of experience very quickly, for whatever reason, you should do this. Play Team Free for All, get one more player in your team and add bots. Bots difficulty and map doesn't matter. Set high resources and at least 1000 points. If you kill enough units, you will get 2000 experience points per game. Each game should take somewhere around 10 minutes. So that's it for this guide. I hope it will be helpful. Stay safe and see you again.